Here, Bubby.
Will it taste good now that I brush my teeth?
I don't know. Maybe. Hey guys, good morning. I thought I would just do a regular day in the life video with you guys. Nothing crazy. As you saw this morning, Joe and I are kind of going separate directions today with Errands. He's gonna go take Parker to get a much needed haircut. So this morning, I'm on my way to a doctor's appointment. I've been feeling, I think yesterday it started, just feeling a little like blah. I mean, you know, as you guys know, if you've been kind of following along the Vlogmas videos so far for December, we've just had some things come up this month that were out of nowhere. And, you know, Joe and I, we've been having a tough time, and that's normal. We've been married for 22 years, and anyone that's been married long enough knows, like, you go through these ebbs and flows, right? Like, sometimes it's great, sometimes it's bad. It's just like you just don't jump off that roller coaster. That's all that matters. You just don't jump. You're going to be all right. Because there's always sunshine the next day. That roller coaster goes way, way down, but it always comes back up again. So we've been working with a counselor. I shared that with you guys. And it's interesting because I just got an email, I think like day before yesterday. And it was basically like, if you're receiving this email, it's because you're a client of so-and-so, our counselor. And I will tell you guys, we've been working with this guy for about 6 months, and he's a Christian counselor. He has really helped mine and Joe's marriage and some of the things that we were struggling with. So anyway, I get this email that says, basically, he's had some type of emergency. They didn't go into detail, but he's going to be out of the office and not available for more appointments until February 1st. So I feel like I know this is selfish. Like this, I feel like this is a selfish thought. Like, I feel abandoned. I feel like Joe and I need him most right now, working through some of the things. And he's just like, bye, see you later, see you next year. I'm like, wait, no, come back. And then, so I felt devastated when I got the email. I'm like, so what do we do? Like, we just pause our treatment. We just pause our sessions. We just pause working through some of the things. And, you know, we were at a point where we were basically uncovering some wounds, you know, whatever those may be. Like, I really like sharing with you guys on the channel and being transparent. I also believe that there are some things that are very personal that need to stay personal between Joe and I, just out of respect for him and respect for our marriage. But it doesn't really matter what the wounds are. There's a process of healing from any wound, whatever that may be. And sometimes that process includes taking the bandages off, taking the wrappings off, looking at the wound, assessing the wound to be able to determine like what mode of treatment is going to help that wound heal. Dang, that was like a really good analogy. I'm kind of proud of myself. But that's so true, right? Like, I think that that's a perfect analogy. So for Joe and I, we were at the point of taking the bandages off and looking at some of the wounds so that we can better determine how to get through the pain from the wounds and how to recover from that. And then I get the email from the counselor that's like, good luck, see you next year. So, I felt devastated, but I was praying about it, and I was laying in bed with Joe the other night, and I said, you know what? I know that God allows everything to happen for a reason. Everything, the good and the bad, right? Like, nothing is a surprise to him. So there's a reason why this happened the way it did. And I think that God is saying, yes, Jeff has really helped you, But right now, I need you to solely depend on me. I need you to solely depend on your husband who I gave you. Joe, I need you to depend on your wife who I gave you, and me. So there's a triangle, right? Like it's God and Joe and me. And that foundation of our marriage, of our family, of our life is not complete if that triangle is not complete. So I just feel like God was like, I'm the one that you need to depend on. We just depend solely on each other, because sometimes in life, that's all you have is your spouse and God. So I just feel like it happened for a reason. I was like, what do I do now? And I think that God needed me there so that I could be like, wait a minute. Whenever we feel like that, whenever we feel like, what do I do now? I've been abandoned. God says, no, you haven't. Oh, I'm getting emotional. God says, no, you haven't. He says, look up. Your help comes from me. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. And as you guys probably saw this morning, I was helping Parker put his socks on. Some of you know, because I posted in the comments on the last Vlogmas video, Parker broke his arm day before yesterday. I'm like, oh, okay, Lord. He was jumping on the trampoline with some of the neighbor kids, and he landed on the ground right on his arm, and I heard the screech in his voice. I just knew, like, as a mom, there's a sound in our kids' voices, and you know, it's like, oh, that's a little owie. Oh, that's bad. Like, we need to go to the ER. Like, you know the different sounds. And I ran out, and we tried to wait a few minutes to see what was going to happen, just to see if he got hurt, you know, like, did he break it? Is it just sprained? Did he just hurt it? Or do we need to go to the hospital? And within like 10 minutes, it started to swell up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we have to go. Cause y'all know I avoid the hospitals like the plague right now, because you just never know what you're gonna get. We took Parker in, they did x-rays, and he broke his elbow in 2 places, you guys. So they put a sling on it and sent us home, and basically instructed us to get with our primary care doctor, and we have to get a referral to go to the orthopedic doctor to get it casted. Well, don't you know, they don't have any openings until Monday, which from the time of the break is like 5.5 days away. So that's where we're at with that. And then Joe and I were talking. Joe's like, if we have the apartment, let's say as of February 1st, why don't we just move into the apartment as of February 1st? Because if we don't and we stay in the house, we're essentially double paying rent. We're paying our buyers to rent our Virginia house back. So for the month of February, if we stay in this house, we will be paying the buyer's rent here and have to pay rent on the apartment, because we will have the apartment as of the end of January. And I don't know why it didn't occur to me. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that. We literally would be double paying rent for February, which would be a chunk of money. So long story short, we are moving out even sooner. We're moving out a month earlier. It kind of pushes that timeline up. So we've got the rest of December, and we have January to pack and move everything over to the apartment. That's where we're at. Counselor took a vacation on us. Parker broke his arm. We have to move out a month sooner than we thought. And I'm going to the lady doctor. So I'm not too happy about it this morning. Let me tell you, I cannot stand these appointments, right, ladies? We have these every few years or whatever. And it doesn't matter. It never gets easier. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you down there? You're not my friend. So yeah. Anyway, let me just stop right there. Y'all know I go on a tangent. I just thought I would take you guys along with us on a regular day in the life here with the family. So before I end up late to my appointment, let's hit the road. All right, I think I found it. So this is a new gynecologist for me. I specifically asked my primary care doctor to give me a referral to somebody else, because the last time I had this kind of appointment, the lady was rude and had absolutely no bedside manner. So for this kind of appointment, you kind of want someone that's a little gentle, you know what I'm saying? So this is a new one. I'm gonna find a parking spot and then head in. Wish me luck. Hopefully you'll see me on the other side. All right, face diaper, playing the reindeer games. Look, I don't wear these things, y'all. This does not keep you from getting a virus. It will go right through this mask. However, we can pretend, but I only wear this when I absolutely have to, and usually if it's a business that requires it, I don't do business there. However, in the hoo-ha section, I'm required to wear it to go in for this medical appointment. All right, you guys, I made it through my appointment. Okay, we've got like major donation stuff in the back. Ugh, this whole move, I'm just like, all right, declutter, get rid of it. It's time to purge. Military families or people that have moved around a lot know that you kind of get the itch to clean everything out and purge every few years, and I am in that mode right now. But the appointment went well. This doctor was really nice, very personable. I really liked her. A little bit of awkwardness when she was asking me about my vaccination status, but that's okay. She's a doctor. She can ask me, and I'm not afraid to let her know. Nope, I have not been vaccinated for COVID, nor will I be, but thank you for your concern. So it is 11:40, and I was in and out of that doctor's appointment in like 20 minutes. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. But I'm gonna get a coffee and I'm gonna grab a piece of, hopefully they have banana nut bread at Starbucks. I haven't had breakfast yet this morning, and I am not a big breakfast person, you guys. I don't know like what it is. I'm not even hungry until like right about now, like 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So if I'm at home, I'll just eat something really small. But since I'm out and about running some errands, I'm gonna grab a coffee and my favorite banana nut bread from Starbucks. And then I'm gonna head over to Lowe's since we are over in this area, because guess what? Joe's birthday is coming up. His birthday is December 28th. It's always a few days after Christmas. And while I've bought him his Christmas gift for the year, I would like to go get him something for his birthday. He mentioned wanting a compact drill. What is that? I have no idea. But I can't like question him and interrogate him, because then he's gonna be like, oh, she's gonna go buy it for my birthday. So I'm gonna hit up the homies and Lowe's and see if somebody could help me out and figure out what is a compact drill. Like, is that different than a regular drill? It has to be, because Joe has like 5 million drills. Why would he need a new one? This is like right where I got rear-ended this year. So every time I'm in this spot, I'm always like PTSD. This teenager that didn't even have a license to drive rear-ended Parker and I. She didn't have, well, it wasn't her car. It was her uncle's car, and her uncle didn't have insurance. So it was just kind of a bag of crap, really. Starbucks has these breads, and they will warm them up for you so you can have warm bread with your coffee. This one is my favorite, and it's the banana nut loaf. Can you see that? So it's got, I think, walnuts and pecans, but you guys, it's so good. May not be the healthiest thing, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you just gotta do what you gotta do. My mom always used to make banana nut bread when I was a kid, so I absolutely love it. Delicious. Did I seriously call it a compact drill? I think he said impact drill. So now I need to see what the difference is between that kind of drill and a regular one. But I think we're finally on the right track. All right, so the guy over there just helped me. He said that that's a great impact drill for Joe, that he would like that one. And I also got him this, what do you call these? Bits. You guys, Joe has like every tool in the world. So when he wants something, I'm like, I gotta go get it for him because that's the best thing I can do for him. And then he can build me more stuff on the homestead, right? Win-win. All right, so we've got Joe's birthday present, and now I think since I'm over here, I have to go to the most dreaded place in the world. Walmart. My gosh. I have to get in the right frame of mind to go into Walmart, especially this Walmart, you know what I'm saying? I don't like Walmart. I don't like big stores. I don't like being around a lot of people. And it's not because of the pandemic, y'all. It's because people. So, it has nothing to do with the virus. I'm not afraid of the virus. Anyway, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to go up in there because I got to get a couple of things. I need to get some stocking stuffers for Parker and also a couple things for Joe. Oh my goodness, Parker loves these bathtub finger paints. So I'm definitely gonna get him a couple of those. They're only $1, so get him red and green, Christmas colors. All right, you guys, I made it through Walmart. I'm still alive. I didn't kill anybody and I did not get arrested, so that's always a good thing. I'm pretty sure Joe's probably wondering where I am. He said, "Where you at, babe?" So let me text him back so he doesn't think that I got in a car accident. He doesn't know that I went and did all this stuff today, but I have to take advantage of the moments when I'm out and about to go get birthday presents for him and stuff because Joe and I are typically always together. We've always been like that. Like we go shopping together, we just do everything together. So it's hard for me sometimes to get away and be sneaky. But I think we are officially done with Parker's Christmas shopping. This year, I am very proud of us that we actually did a very minimalist type Christmas. He did get a few things from Bass Pro that we shared with you guys. And then I did pick him up a couple of things here at Walmart that he really wanted. Parker loves Legos. He's got a huge bin of Legos, and I think that that's something really healthy for him to play with. It really uses his brain. I love watching him build stuff with his Legos. So I got him a couple Lego sets, and I got him some DVDs. So that was from the big like $5 DVD bin. Parker has a laptop that he likes to watch movies on. We recently, within the last few months, have banned him completely from YouTube. I used to allow him to watch YouTube sometimes on my phone because I had pre-approved channels that I allowed him to subscribe to. I checked out the YouTuber, the kind of content they put out. But the problem, it was the ads that were popping up and then the suggested videos that it was suggesting to him. So other than like sexual ads and things that my 9-year-old son does not need to be seeing, there was some scary stuff in there too. He actually had, and this is good for you mamas out there just to know, there was a YouTube channel that Parker used to be subscribed to, and I had no idea. But at the end of the videos, you know, when we do the, hey, click that like button, subscribe, blah, 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 all that stuff, this person would play on the fear of young children. And he would tell them, if you don't click that subscribe button within the next 10 seconds, what did they call him? Shadow man or something is going to come out of your walls at night when you're sleeping, and he's going to get you. And as they said that, they showed this like scene of this little girl laying in bed and the shadow coming out of the wall. Long story short, you guys, Parker woke me up petrified in the middle of the night one night. I mean, trembling in fear and crying. And I'm like, what is happening? What's wrong? And he told me about this YouTuber that he'd been watching, and just seeing those images over and over again stuck in his brain. And as that little baby was trying to sleep at night, that's what he was thinking about. And it actually affected him hardcore for like 2 or 3 days. And I ended up letting him make a Padlet on mine and Joe's bedroom floor for a few days, just till he got out of that fear. And of course we talked about, you know, praying to Jesus when those thoughts come in your mind and kicking the devil out. He doesn't get to be in your bedroom, you know, all the things. But I just talked to Joe and I'm like, you know what? There are plenty of good quality old school cartoons, videos, and movies and stuff. Like, so we don't do YouTube for him anymore. We are very selective with what we allow him to watch on Netflix. But that's why I got him some of the movies that you guys saw, like the old Looney Tunes. He loves the Looney Tunes, the Sandlot, some of the oldies but goodies. And so he'll watch a movie on his laptop sometimes versus like scrolling YouTube. And I feel a lot better about that. Did you get a haircut? Let me see. Oh, you look so handsome.
Yeah.
See, this kid is just prone to injuries. You guys see these scars right here? This is where the trailer ramp fell on his head when he was like 3 years old. He had to get staples in his head. Look at you. You're a mess. How are you feeling, buddy?
Good.
Does your arm feel okay?
Yeah.
Good.
It was hurting at Walmart a little bit and it stopped.
It was hurting? Even with the Motrin?
Yeah, it stopped.
Okay. Is this chili, Joe?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh. Looks good. I haven't had lunch, so I'm like super excited that you were cooking. All right, let me see if I can get this birthday present in the house without Joe seeing. He's working from home this week, so I'm gonna hide this. I think I'm gonna hide it in the dresser, in my dresser drawers, because he doesn't go in there. So I picked him out some cute little cards for his birthday. That's from me, of course. Oh. Super sweet. And I always get one for Parker to give to him as well. They're both monkeys. They're both my monkeys, so it's very fitting. So this is our current situation. We have officially started packing for the apartment. And the house has random boxes in every room. Come on, Ollie. Can you go outside? What are you doing, Ollie? You want to go check the eggs with me? So it feels really weird that in just a few, well, gosh, what, a month and a half, we are not going to have our chickens anymore. Definitely sad about that. Some of these chickens, you guys, and our rooster we've had for years, and we knew that we were not going to be taking them to Alaska. We're going to start a new flock once we get up there. So we kind of resorted to the fact that we weren't going to have them, and they are actually staying here with our buyers. They wanted to keep the chickens. So I'm happy the chickens don't have to be moved around, but I'm really just savoring every minute that I get with them, checking the eggs every day, feeding them, and just loving on them, because we will have several months in the apartment without any chickens. So it just seems kind of surreal that, you know, all the things, the hoop house, the greenhouse, the spring garden, like all of those things that we're used to doing every day on the homestead is not going to be happening because we're going to be living in an apartment. So it's going to be interesting. All right, so little Parker is about to lose his mind, you guys. He is just bored as can be. Because we don't have his arm casted yet, I'm not letting him play outside and ride his bike or do anything like I was telling you guys. Like, I don't want him to injure that elbow anymore, so I don't want him to be out there doing his boy thing until it's at least in a cast. Oh my gosh. So he's talked me into doing our gingerbread house tonight. Actually, it's gingerbread houses. It's a little North Pole village. Last year, I went all out and I made homemade gingerbread pieces for the first time ever with like stained glass windows with melted candy. About 10 minutes into that project, I was like, why do I do this to myself? I hate my life. I mean, it was a really big project and it took me hours to finish it. The kids both ditched me like halfway through because they were like, yeah, this isn't even fun anymore. But I don't think I'll ever do that again. I might do like homemade gingerbread people with Parker and let him decorate the gingerbread men, but doing a whole house, that's just, no. Like I did like the little vanilla wafer roof tiles, like all the things. No, you guys, it's too much. So this year, we are keeping it simple, and we got ourselves a little store-bought gingerbread kit that we're gonna work on tonight to give little Parker something to do, huh, P?
Yeah, I'm bored.
Are you super bored?
Yeah.
I'm